Okay, we are going to study input and output operations today in Python. So first, let's study output operations. To display output or results, Python provides the print function. It doesn't actually print anything on paper. It displays the result on the screen. See the print on the screen, the result to display the bar. Say, for example, first let me remove all the outputs of the cells. So let us look at this statement. Print hello John. When I run this cell, it will print hello John. When a string is passed to the print function, the string is displayed as it is. So we have a string hello John. I will see this is within quotes, within first quotes, single quotes. Hello John is within single quotes, therefore it is a string. So when this string is passed to the print function is argument string the string is displayed as it is. It is displayed as it is. The quotation marks in the program mark the beginning and end of the text to be displayed. They do not appear in the result. So open quotes, close quotes, quotation mark anije. They mark the beginning and end of the text to be displayed. They do not appear in the result. The parentheses indicate that print is a function. This function converts the expression you pass into a string before writing to the screen. Whatever function, whatever object, print function is the argument when the print function is the mana string the function converts the expression you pass into a string before writing it to the screen. Already print without any argument, blank argument. What does it do? It displays a blank line. Mana blank line ever displayed. Let us run this. See, this output is a blank line. Program the blank line print without any argument. We can use escape sequence characters inside the print function. And what is an escape sequence character? An escape sequence character is a character that contains a special meaning. Escape sequence character, it is a character that contains a special meaning. Backslash. Backslash say for example, print this is the first line full stop backslash n. The backslash n this is an escape sequence ni mana mean from this position you start a new line. Backslash n this is an escape sequence character. Meaning you start a new line from this point. So let me run this cell and you will see the result. So print this is the first line of the print already backslash n go to a new line. Go to a new line and then new line is this is the second line. So print with a backslash ng escape sequence character is print over the backslash n go to a new line. Magi matungda follow you start that from a new line. Already this is the backslash t. Backslash t we tape computer keyboard tape to the space tape space so this is the backslash t first line. The first tape space. So let me run this and you will see. Tape space tape space. Okay. We can use the repetition operator. This is also the multiplication operator. Arithmetic operation, the multiplication operator do string the repetition operator. Say for example, print hello string g. If I hello string g in asterisk period 3 string g in 3 times u 3 times repeat to have hello, hello, hello. So this is, let me remove the spotlight. Let me simply use the mouse. Hello, haraga. So space and period. Hello, after hello, space and period. Space number of the space and total. So space and total. Suppose if I don't give the space here, let me remove the space here. See space hello start 3 hare. When I run this, there will be no space. The space the space you insert one space here. The space insert you insert one space here, and when you run it, you'll get space between hellos. So hello star 3 hare, you repeat this string 3 times. Already we can also use the plus operator on strings. Mathematical operation plus addition ni string dana mana kari function tawre. This operator is it will join one string with another string. String ani join over commas now. Hence this plus is also called concatenation or joining operator when used on string. Aduna when we use the plus operator, it means join the strings. Say for example, print hare city name. City name equal to, this is within quotes. So this is one string. Imphal, this is another string. These two strings, C string and easy single quote. This is one string. This is another string, and these two are joined together by a plus operator. Concatenation operator. So let me run this cell and you will see city name equals Imphal. City name equals equals Imphal direct join without any space. Without any space to join the space thamdre. So the space later, so space thamdre. If you want to put a space here, you can either put a space here after the equal to sign. Equal to sign the space or you can put a space here before I. The space I the space equal to the space. So let us see. See I the space run the space string the space is a character. Next, we can also write the preceding statement by separating the strings using comma. Comma as a comma string any join to print city name, comma, Imphal, comma, state, comma, Manipur. So we have 4 strings. City name equal to have a string Imphal have a string state have a string Manipur have a string. So we have four strings. 4 strings you can separate over comma na separate over. Already commas in a joint or let us run this. City name equal to harga equal to Imphal comma after equal to space libra like that before Imphal space libra like that the plus join the space say if I remove the space here, when I run this space is not there. Adubu space like yes, sorry, here. Sidadi space like commas in a joint or automatically space insert or so when 2 strings are joined by a comma, a space is inserted between them. Imphal state commas in a space insert so state equal to Manipur equal to Manipur commas in a joint or space insert comma joint or space insert but when you join using the concatenation operator, that is the plus operator, no extra space will be added. In this case, a space is used by the print function after each string. Plus joint or comma joint plus joint or if I join using plus, you will find that no space is added. Let me run it. Okay, see, you compare this with this. You compare the output of this with the output of the previous cell. So the space insert tori me amsi the space yaudreko. So space palmadi comma joint to vi space palm plus joint to vi. Adagiti amu print haragas a list of variables can also be supplied to the print function. Say for example, an A and B have a new variables only defined already, and I assign 2 to A and 5 to B. Either 2 assigned already, B the 5. Either 2 variable numbers assigned already, B the 5 variable numbers assigned already. Then I can print both of them. Print A, comma B. Let me run this. It will print both the contents of A and contents of B. A list of variables can be supplied to the print function. Variable mayam option the variables in the output are separated by a space by default. So A comma B have the 2 5 the space separate. To separate the output with other characters, we should use the separator attribute. Separator attribute SEP SEP represents separator. Aduna 2 5 output uneasy marakta karamba separator pamge haragadi ICG separator attribute the format is separator equal to character, whatever character you want, whether it is a space, whether it is a comma, whether it is a colon, whether it is a hyphen, it is up to you. So let us see some examples here. So the print AB, comma piraga separator attribute separator equal to comma. A B value to print and separate them by a comma. Comma separate study by default and it produces 2 space 5. So by default the separator is space never. Comma separate you set separator attribute equal to comma. Comma should be within quotes. Run 2, 5. If you want them to be separated by a colon, then you use the separator attribute as colon. Run 2, 5. If you want them to be separated by 3 dashes, then use the separator attribute as 3 dashes. 3 dashes in separator. Okay, so next print hello, print class, print how are you. So let me run this. You'll see the output. You will see the output in 3 different lines. Hello class and the outputs are in 3 different lines. Each print function throws the cursor into the next line after displaying the output. So after displaying the output of the first print function, it throws the cursor to the next line. Hello is a print over cursor is the next line. Class print over next line print over. Class print over next line how are you print over. So each print function throws the cursor into the next line after displaying the output. We can ask the print function to display the outputs in the same line. Same line, the output may have PU. This is done by using the AND attribute. Size separation separator attribute. So we use the separator attribute AND attribute. Formatting AND equal to character, whatever character you want, which indicates the ending character of each line. And by default, new line /n. I don't have very high. This is a escape sequence new line so this is by default new line never go. Aduna I say print hello by default new line is never go. New line is hello at the end of hello I want a space, the space on palm. N attribute space on tamani. So hello I will space new line class space new line how are you? So what all 3 will be printed in the same line separated by spaces. Hello class, how are you? So next so in a single white space this is a tab space. This is tab space. So this tree will be printed in the same line but separated by a tab space. Hello, so tab space ago. That's our space like ago. So that's our space like this is tab space. Next one is comma hello have a comma labor. The class have a full stop labor. How are you? Let me run this. So hello, comma class, full stop, how are you? And go. So the space, extra space. If you want extra space, you have to insert the spaces here. Say for example, before class, space how are you using among the space then when you run this, you'll get proper spacings here. Next, let us go to print object statement. We can pass objects like list, tuples, dictionaries to the print function to display the elements of these objects. So for example, list, I define a list which contains the integer 5, the character A, and a string hi. So LST have a list. Now when I print the variable LST, will get the output, will get the content of this LST. LST have a list your output of a printer. Let us run this. So LST contains a list with these elements. Sini aduna print function argument list option bi tuples option bi dictionaries option bi or any other variable option bi. The print function displays the elements of these objects. Elements of these objects are displayed away. The print has a string variable list. Form the label. The most common use of print function used to use strings along with variables inside the print function. So for example, a equal to 12. In a value of calculate answer the calculated value is this and hiding aduna print a comma string so print this a is a variable, then comma, then this is another string. So when I run this, what will be the output? When I run this cell, what will be the output? A is the content on a printer. Let me run this. 12 is an even number. 12 is an even number. 12 is space. Why space? Because of this comma. The comma is number 12 is space. So if I run this next cell, 6 cells, it will run what will be the output?
You type 12 as input.
You type 12 as input. You type A value 12 never call. So A value 12 set out never. So you type 12 as input. Simadi ketang lurani. You typed sigi print se. Whole print se. Print is output of tholi na ko. Print na output of tholi ba. Sikari type no. What type is it? Yes, you go. Say how could kari haigi? None type. How could nate narang kari haigi ba? Narang I couldn't haigi with the statement get the value like the haigi do. Print haragamana see whatever magi arguments print taujar pudi adu magi value delete it is none type. Okay. Next, we move to print ki syntax. Print se but actually print ki syntax separator attribute option bi and attribute option bi and file option bi some examples in parameter values, any value and as many as you like will be converted into string before printed. Separator ni specify how to separate the objects and is optionally specify how to print at the end of default. By default it is new line. So then by default separators by default space adudagi file an object with a write method so file ga plus ka sidi koi discuss tawro ko sidala asi Python 3 program 3.x hai say x can be any number hai ni ko 3.1 or 3.2 or any could be any as long as it is Python 3 so this is a Python 3 program showing how to print data on a screen. One object is passed. One object string pass string argument print MSc 4th semester. Two objects are passed. X give value 5, so print x equal to 5. Print x equal to 5. So print string ahumzi karina a comma separate already by default space introduced already. Sumbra. Ado sigi marks the space a lokthok haragadi a separator attribute already. Separator attribute seasonally adu no space. So within quotes this is within first quotes, no space. Within first quotes, no space high never say. So ahan bazina print functions in it will print g, f, and g with space between them. Upon print functions in it will print g, f, and g without space between them. Let us see. I spacing to remove the a separator attribute so no space attributes people. Okay. The using n argument, print string pire question si hapo aduga mathang si samjalo n haiga any attributes is different line to print or same line to print or any n by default new line ni haibanina I see print an different line to print or but since n is given so new line to print or same line to print or any to run this is Python at DMU. First string, second string separated by this at the rate at the print formatted string statement. The output displayed by the print function can be performed as we like. The special operator percentage can be used for this purpose. It joins a string with a variable or value in the following format. So, print formatted string the percentage variable list. This is the format. In the formatted string, we use %i or %d to represent decimal integer numbers. Integer numbers represent %i or %d used away. Binary nataba hexadecimal nataba decimal integer numbers. To represent the decimal integer numbers, we use %i, %d. And the %f floating point numbers. Floating point. The %s strings, it represents strings. %c character. String has a character me and pull the same the character %c. So for example, you define a new variable x and you assign 25 to x. X is already defined over, but when I run this cell, x key earlier value it will be overwritten by the new value 25. Print within quotes number of students equals %i. The %i the %x pire. What is the meaning of this part? Parts meaning number of students equal to the print or any %i is the print or %i is %i space another variable another value value do kanagi value no the I harabanina it should be an integer value karamba adu kanagi integer value no x na store to integer value do the kusalo haiba yareko %i is jaga x na stored to value that is 25. So 25 say %i position kusalo hai niko. This is what we call formatted string. This is formatted string. Formatted string the %i is print or whatever %i is mahuta ay variable value na pusala kaneba. So sinigo ko print formatted string. So let me run this. The output will be number of students equal to percentage. Instead of percentage I, the value of x will be shown here, 25. Already, when more than one variable is to be displayed, here we have only one variable. We need to, when more than one variable is to be displayed, we need to wrap it inside parentheses. So let us define two variables, x haibama, y haibama, two variables defined tore, x ki value 28, y ki value 21. Print total number of students. Print total number of students is percentage I. Here we will have an integer value. And total number of students present is percentage D. So samane percentage I get percentage D, I get samane. Here we will have also an integer value. So there are two positions where two values will be inserted. So the first value x ki value the insert torani ani subasida y ki value insert torani in the same order. So first first variable ki value insert torani, second second variable ki value insert torani. And if you have more than two, you can continue in this fashion, x, y, z, and so on. Continue the way go. First study first variable ki value, second variable ki value. So let me run this cell. So total number of students is 28 and total number of students present is 21. Here we have 24 students present now. 24 students present. So let me run it. And we have total number of students is 28 and total number of students present is 24. There I go. I have go. Second minute. So if we have more than one variables, a percentage I, integer or percentage I happen. So percentage D happen floating point or percentage F happen. Corresponding values into corresponding variables into within parentheses. I should happen. Okay. Next example, the string when happen. So then integer happen in the here we are inserting strings. Let me run this. Name equal to John. Print haraga hi percentage s. Percentage s means in this position a string will be inserted. The value of a variable of type string will be inserted. So the string string to name variables content value name variables content it is a string which is John. So hi John. Name variables in the same way, if you have more than one variables, you can use parentheses like this and have a similar expression. Print hi name. Name is already defined as John. So the John so defined like that. So hi John but what is the meaning of percentage 20s? Percentage 20s meaning what is the meaning of this 20 before s? Allot 20 spaces and display the string right aligned in those 20 spaces. So let me run this. Hi Havaga sigi name John Havaga sigi marakta ko sigi marakta sida budi space am lere aduna space am lip toramaga this sigi John Sibhawa. This contains 20 spaces. And as the highlighter say, it contains 20 spaces. Space one character occupies one space. 20 spaces. Aduga sigi string, sigi name is the string. This is right aligned in those spaces. So here N, J, O, H, 4 space. Then the remaining 16 spaces up to here. 16 spaces now. Record. And if you want to left align the name, you use minus 20. Left align we have minus 20. Minus 20. Left align to only run. Hi John on the right side, you have 16 spaces. the 16 space like highlight to the space like Hineba, the lower see Mahataba highlight to Yadreva, study Mahataba to highlight to Chatrize, and the Hene Mahataba highlight to Chatrize space like the Hineba, but the 16 spaces like the Eva. Although John has only 4 characters, the remaining 16 spaces they are occupied by white space. So 16 characters like though positions into they are occupied by white space. Okay. Next, see percentage C displays a single character. Percentage C displays a single character. Hi, Harega, percentage C, name 0 index. Name is John. We already know name is John. So what is the character with index 0? Hello. John has the index 0 level character to come now.
J.
J not wrong. J. The starting character is J. Starting character is J ni. Magi index 0 they have I give it 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So 0 is J, 1 is O, 2 is H, 3 is N. So high J, this will display high J. The first character of the string. Percentage C means character. High percentage CC. 2 characters. 0 index laiba, 1 index laiba. So this will display display Toroni JO, not JO. Only 2. So only 2. So JO. High Joe. Ready? Slicing Python slicing is about obtaining a substring from the given string by slicing it. One way to do this is by using the simple slicing operator colon. Colon operator is slicing operator. So slicing operators, slicing operators, we can get a substring, a range of characters. Characters, this sequence of characters. Print high percentage S. Single character, we want a sequence of characters. A sequence of character means a string. Name 0 to 3. You start with 0, index 0. Name is John. You start with index 0 and go up to the number before 3. 3 box 2 box 0, 1, 2. 0, JOH. 0, 1, JOH. 0, 1, 2. This is called slicing. You start with 0 and go up to 3 minus 1. That is 2. So 0, 1, 2, that is JOH. Some name 0 to 3 is part is JOH. And print JOH name JOH. So this is a substring. Substring from the string John. So slicing substring number create the way. Okay.